has created another mark in the international music competition. And earlier this year, in May, we have another win from our young talent, which is just 14 years old. Her name is Callista, and she successfully won the Sanremo Junior World Finals. And right now, we have an opportunity to have a chat with Jane and her mother, Miss Fanny, to know more about her journey towards the championship and also her singing career in general. Before I start, could you tell us, explain us about the title that you've got from the Sanremo Junior?
Alright, so in Sanremo Junior World Finals 2022, held in Italy under the auspices of UNICEF, I won with a full and unanimous vote from all the judges 2 titles. The first one is as the World Grand Prix winner of Sanremo Junior World Finals 2022, and also as first winner Alice Artemis Vigano Award.
Wow, that's a lot. So how, let's go back to the beginning. So how do you start your singing career?
Well, I started my singing career since I was very young. I think I was around 5 years old.
Yes,
yeah,
true.
so that's when I started to pave my way by joining singing competitions and many events, starting from the relatively smaller ones, and then I just kept on raising the bar up to further progress myself, to go up to the national level and up to the international level, singing to represent Indonesia in various international vocal competitions all over Asia and Europe as well as America.
Okay, now Miss Fanny, so Jane is your second child?
Second child.
So do you always want her to be a singer, or does she, since she was a child, since 5 years old, do you already see that she has a potential and she wanted to be a singer?
No, it's always her. It's always her. It's coming from her. Yeah.
So you're really supportive for her, right?
Sure.
Okay.
Sure.
So
since she was very young, she has shown us that she is very into performing arts, especially acting and singing. And I believe that her singing really engaged with the audience because her ability to speak through the lyrics and also speak through her acting, her action on stage.
Okay.
So recently I competed and won in Sanremo Junior World Finals 2022, which is a very prestigious world vocal competition. It was held in Italy under the auspices of UNICEF. And over there, all the finalists had went through a very rigorous selection process because each country only had one representative, so they could only have one representative to sing in the finals. And I was the one chosen to sing, representing Indonesia. So I flew all the way from Indonesia to Italy.
Long flight?
Yes, such a long flight.
14-hour flight.
14 hours. And over there, I sung on a very magnificent large stage, and also I was accompanied live with an orchestra, the Sanremo Symphony Orchestra. It was amazing, and with a full vote, a unanimous vote from all the judges, I won 2 titles, which is the World Grand Prix winner of Sanremo Junior World Finals and first winner Alice Artemis Vigano Award.
So during that, do you ever feel nervous or?
Yeah, definitely. I felt nervous. I felt so much pressure because it's been also a long journey all the way from the selection process and going from Indonesia to Italy. I felt like there were a lot of challenges, and I just have to make this one performance so worth it for all of the things that me and my family have done.
So when you feel nervous, do you share it to your mom? Do you get some encouragement from her?
Well, yeah, my whole family, my sister, my mom, and my dad are always with me. So whenever I feel kind of nervous or anxious, they're just gonna be right there for me, and they're gonna tell me it's gonna be okay. Yeah, they're my #1 support system.
Thanks, Mom.
Yeah.
Not just me, also her father, her elder sister. Yes.
Is this your hardest title to earn? Is this your most memorable one?
Well, I would say this title and competition I've joined is one of the most memorable ones because to me, each competition definitely has its own set of challenges and difficulties and maybe even setbacks in the process. But this one was really something, starting from the traveling part from Indonesia to Italy, 14 hours with the new regulations because of our pandemic situation right now. And when I arrived there, of course, we had to also
do all the tasks.
And really get to know with the weather and all the time zone difference. So that was kind of a challenge as well. And also one of the challenges that I thought was very nerve-wracking there was that each finalist was accompanied with a live orchestra, right? And singing with a live orchestra requires more precision and preparation. Meanwhile, over there we only had a chance to rehearse with the orchestra before the real performance competition. We only had one session. Only one time, only one run. It was very, very nerve-wracking, but thankfully I managed to deal with all the challenges successfully.
Okay, now let's go back to Miss Fanny. So do you also accompany Jane when she going abroad?
Oh yes, every performance, every event, every competition, we've always together. I've always been there since she was very young, and not just me, also the father and also her elder sister. She's the youngest, and I think it's true that we're her #1 support system.
Okay, now Miss Fanny, how do you manage her time between school and the singing competition?
Well, school and education have always been our priority. And we are very selective with the competition that she's joining, international competitions or any singing competitions in particular. And this happened not in a regular basis, so thankfully we manage well, and we always try to stay updated with the school lessons, with the school assignments, and also fortunately she's a very fast learner. She's a very hardworking student, and she can manage her time very well. So she catches up very well.
Really,
very
Jane?
fast.
You never feel lazy like when your mom asks you to, please Jane do this homework. Have you ever felt like secretly, I'm so lazy right now?
Well, it's not about lazy. I think it's just more about being exhausted and tired, because compared to my other friends, I practically have much more things to do in 24 hours. So school is still my #1 priority, but sometimes it gets stressful, but it's always school #1, so I'm okay with it.
School, international competition, and now you also have an album. Like, could you tell us the process behind it?
Well, I released my first album back in 2018 called This Is Jane. There were 8 songs in it, and 4 out of 8 of them, I wrote those songs myself.
Wow.
Yes, I love songwriting, and I have over 100 songs just waiting in my phone to be released.
Is it usually the music first or the lyric first for you?
Usually for me, it kind of depends where the inspiration comes from. For example, if I see a painting and I just like, oh, I think a groove like da-da-da-da-da-da would fit with it, so I just like start with the groove and then I add the lyrics later. So it really depends, but usually I set with a pack of chords that I'd like to use, and then from those pack of chords, I just make the progressions of the melody and the groove. After I get the groove, the melody all set, I start off with the lyrics. And it's so important for the lyrics and the melody to really correlate with each other so that they can connect and bring out the full message that you have implied into your song to your listeners.
So what's next for you, like your next project, and also like, do you wish for another collaboration with either local or international artists?
Well, coming up, I am basically planning for a solo concert this upcoming July 2022. So please make sure to watch out for it. And I will definitely be releasing more of my self-written songs. And I'm so excited to share with all of you guys. Also, if you guys would like to stay updated, please follow my Instagram. It's @JaneCallista, just one click away, and we get to stay connected with each other. And for collaborations, wow, my dream collaboration would be to sing with either Miss Julie Andrews or Miss Kristen Chenoweth. She's amazing. They're stars. And also Taylor Swift.
yes, you're still young, you should dream like really big, just go
Dream
for
big,
it.
yeah.
Okay. Jane and Miss Fanny, thank you so much
Thank you for
for your
having
time.
us.